Hello everybody. What I'm showing you today is a GP 35 Athern locomotive. I picked this up at an antique mall here a week or so ago, and I'm going to get ready to start cleaning it up to get it running. Right now it sparks and it's a little bit glitchy. It wants to stop and start and not run real smooth. What I'm going to use today are rubbing alcohol, a silicone lubricant, which isn't ideal, but it's going to work for an oil for now, toothpicks, and Q-tips for cleaning this. I took the cover off. As you can see here, it's got a motor in the middle and it's got a drive shaft on both sides. And if you look where I'm pointing my Q-tip, that's the commutator. And what I'm doing there, I'm kind of showing you how you would go about cleaning it. Now, I've already cleaned this locomotive, so I'm just kind of showing tips and tricks on how to do this. And if you look at the toothpick there, you want to take your toothpick and you want to get in between those little cracks in the commutator and clean those out. And as you turn the engine, you can clean either side of the commutator. There's two or three, I think there's three of those little slits that you clean out with a toothpick. Or something really pointed. You can use a safety pin if you wanted to, whatever you can use to get it out. And I'm going to point here with the toothpick on the bottom and the top. See right there where I'm pointing on the bottom, there's a brush, and on top there's a brush as well. Just to kind of give you an idea of how this commutator works. It's not like the cheaper Tyco models that have pancake motors. This is totally different. And as I turn it around, I'm going to point down in here and I'm going to show you where the main gear is that comes down from the top, where you actually have access. And what I do there is I use my it's not penetrating oil, but it's a silicone lubricant, and I spray that gear a couple times while I'm running it. That way the lube can get in through the trucks, and it can be a temporary lube to try to make it easier for the engine to run. Later on, I'll go back with an oil or a grease to add in to try to help it run. And now we're going to get ready to use my rubbing alcohol to clean the wheels. Now, this isn't the best way to do it, but this works really, really well if you're not wanting to take the bottom of the train apart. All I do is I soak my paper towel with a little rubbing alcohol, and it's hard to do when I'm holding the camera and using the engine at the same time, but since this engine is all-wheel drive, all I have to do is pick it up and let the wheels spin on the paper towel, and it makes all the difference in the world in cleaning the wheels and getting a lot of the soot off of it. You don't want to hold the engine down real hard and put the motor in a bind, but you can do this for 15 or 20 seconds at a time, and it makes a huge difference cleaning the wheels. You can see I've used this paper towel a few times to clean some wheels already. But as I turn it off here, you can see the lines and how much soot is coming off those rear wheels. And I do it on both sides. And it makes all the differences in the world, as you're going to see here. We're going to fire it up. And you see I didn't have to bump it or anything. It picked right up. And I haven't cleaned the actual track, just the engine, before I started doing this. So it's giving you an idea of just how well it's picking up power. And I can switch it and go back and go forward. And you can see how many RPM you get to how slow the engine moves. So that little motor spins really, really fast. Now I've got the cover back on, and I'm just going to run it down the track and run it back slow and not fast, but at about a medium pace, and give you an idea of just how well this engine runs now that it's been cleaned. It doesn't jerk. It doesn't act like the light in the cab isn't flickering, like it's having a hard time picking up power. It's amazing how just doing a few little things, cleaning the commutator, cleaning those little cracks out that are in the commutator, cleaning the wheels, and putting a little bit of oil on the gears makes all the difference in the world in getting these older engines to actually come back to life. If you guys liked what you saw, I'd appreciate it if you give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And if you have any questions or ideas for videos, be sure to let me know. Thank you.